So Vinod Mehta, should Sachin resign rather than insult Parliament like this?
I think he should, Arnab. These are very busy people, but I think Parliament is also a very honourable institution. And if these people don't have the time, they shouldn't accept the nomination. I mean, nobody is forcing them. They can say, thank you very much, but I don't have the time. I don't know what Rekha is doing, but Sachin seems to be gallivanting everywhere. And if he doesn't have the time to come to Parliament, he should resign. More than that, Arnab, it's not just a question of coming to Parliament. You must contribute something. I remember the writer R.K. Narayan, when he was a Rajya Sabha nominated member, made a fantastic suggestion. He talked about the heavy burden that school children carried with their bags on the back. And the government then made us, the education department said that the bag has to be of such weight. So Sachin is not expected to talk of the Ukraine crisis. He can talk about substance abuse, talk about sport. Rekha can talk about what's happening in the film industry, etc. But they must not only attend, but they must contribute. And if they can't, they should quit. I think they denigrate Parliament by this. This is contempt of Parliament.
You see, in our setup, let's get Bimal Soni in. In our setup, you have 12 MPs who are nominated by the President of India to the Rajya Sabha. They are supposed to have some special knowledge or practical experience in areas like literature, science, art. Now there is sport, social service. But Bimal Soni, Sachin Tendulkar has not done Parliament a favour. The way he is behaving, it almost seems as if we should be grateful to Sachin Tendulkar that he agreed to become an MP.
No, I don't think so.
You can't reduce a constitutional privilege to this level of tokenism.
You see, let me tell you, this budget session is in the peak of season in England. And with Indian team there, I think Sachin could be attracted to be there initially, and he was there when the Wimbledon and Indian team was playing. So, give him some time.
He has the
may
time.
Be having his own
no, I'm sorry, you can, no, 1 second. If you have the time to inaugurate a shopping mall in Vijayawada, right? Or attend an opening game of Pro Kabaddi, or do a book launch in Mumbai, or you do 2 brand endorsements in Mumbai and Delhi, and you also have the time in between to fly to do Yuvraj Singh's charity dinner, then for God's sake, Khushbu, what do you say? At least once walk into Parliament. If you can't speak, show your presence. Because if you have 0% attendance, what you're basically saying, I don't care. I don't care.
I completely agree with what Mr. Vinod
Minimum
Mehta has
30%
said.
attendance.
I think
no, 0% this session, Mr. Mehta. 0% this session.
Attend 30%.
No, 0% this session. Zero.
No, but I'm saying minimum should be 30%.
No, it's not a, it's not a film premiere that you're doing the premiere a favor by walking in. Yes, Khushbu.
No, I completely agree with Mr. Vinod Mehta when he said that you definitely need to learn the discipline and you need to respect the Parliament. I mean, it's a place where we decided what the country is going to go next. So I think you need to have so much when you take the oath as a member of Parliament. I think it becomes your duty to see to it that you attend the meetings, you see to it that you speak in the Parliament, you take the problems there, whichever way it's related to you. If it's about Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, it's related to the sports, or Rekha ji, it's related to art, or anyone else who's not been attending the Parliament. I think you are the elected member and not the Lok Sabha. Now, people have not chosen you, but they have given you this honorary membership, saying that and thinking and respecting that you are capable of raising a voice in that Parliament. So you have been given a choice. And if you're not able to do it, I think you can always say, I'm sorry, I'm not ready to take up the responsibility, and let me not get into this because I'm really tied up with my personal issues and I will not be able to do justice to it.
Yeah.
So just back out and say, thank you very much, I'm not able to take it up.
So at least a couple of our panelists tonight feel Sachin should resign as MP, and rightly so. Let's not do this level of iconoclasm where we can't ask questions to these icons when they insult Parliament with their 0% attendance. Now, also interesting statistic for our viewers, Sachin has been made a member of the Parliamentary Committee on Information Technology. He accepted it. Rekha joins a group that looks at food and civil supplies. She accepted it. They took it. When it comes to taking these positions, you grab it. When it comes to the photo opportunities or swearing by Parliament, you do all that. But when it comes to contributing anything, as a member of Parliament, you just demean the institution by not even showing your face once. Kumar Ketkar should, Sachin and Rekha just resign now. And by the way, lines will be opened up on this subject in a minute. Yes, Kumar Ketkar and Dilip Tahil.
Mrs. Gandhi had abolished the privy purses along with
yes,
privileges.
absolutely.
And now these new kind of privy purses and privileges have emerged for the celebrities. And celebrities, for being celebrities, not for princes, are now enjoying these privy purses and privy privileges. I think it is necessary for them to determine. Moreover, the point is Sachin and Rekha perhaps never sought to be Rajya Sabha members. They were asked to become members.
But they could have said no. They could have said no.
They could have said no.
They could have said no.
They could have said no, I entirely agree. But also the point is, those who recommended their names should have known that this is likely to happen.
Rajiv Shukla was instrumental in making Sachin Tendulkar a member of Parliament.
Name should have known that this is likely to happen, or should have asked them, will you be able to attend? Will you be able to perform? Will you be able to contribute? Will you be able to attend the sessions and committee membership? So they should have asked them and taken commitment, verbal commitment, that they would be ready to participate.
Don't.
I think whoever, Rajiv Shukla or I don't know who, they should have taken the commitment from the people who they recommend to as celebrities in the Parliament that they will contribute something.
So these are the new privileges. Can I say one thing? Rahul Bajaj. He's one of India's top industrialists. I'm sure he has many commitments. So can I share with you, Dilip Tahil, and with the viewers, what Rahul Bajaj's attendance record has been from 2006 to 2010? 88% attendance by Rahul Bajaj. And in this session, 0% attendance by Sachin Tendulkar. Why should we keep quiet?
Absolutely, you are.
Why should we keep having not? You say all these. What did Sachin Tendulkar say?
But this middle class slavery towards celebrities also has to be identified.
No, but political slavery towards celebrities.
Of course, that we are talking about.
The politicians like to put these people up on a pedestal.
Middle class and media pastry slavery. Middle class and media.
Don't blame the media for everything.
Of course,
the media did not make Sachin Tendulkar a member of Parliament.
Just as we did not make him.
No, we didn't make him a member of Parliament.
So similarly, the media also is responsible for promoting celebrities in a way that we forgive them.
Well, I don't know. By the way, we're getting a lot of callers today.
Times now may not be forgiving them, but there are people in the media who forgive them.
I don't think India will forgive them for what they are doing to Parliament. Dalip Tahil.
I have to come in at this point, and as much as I say that I'm no one to say that who should resign and who shouldn't. However, to be a member of the Rajya Sabha is a huge privilege.
Yes.
And a huge commitment.
Yes.
And I think it should be respected to the absolute maximum.
Do you think Sachin has insulted it?
Absolutely.
You think Sachin has insulted?
Go as far as that, but there is also a responsibility to understand that you take people who are completely experts and excellence in fields unrelated to the Rajya Sabha and places like that. Wait a minute, and you make them members of the Rajya Sabha. You nominate them. You can't expect that person to immediately in a year or half a year begin to participate in debates. You have to give them some time.
So what time? What time are you talking? If you want to insult our Parliament, the point is, if Sachin Tendulkar, if Sachin Tendulkar, if he's so busy, and he could be more busy, then he could have simply said, I will not be a member of Parliament. You see, Shyam Benegal, who we all respect, his record between February 2006 and 2012, end of term, the man has 74% attendance. He respects Parliament.
He also is from Bollywood.
Javed Akhtar, Javed Akhtar is very professionally very active, very experienced. He has almost 50% attendance despite all of that. And what does Sachin Tendulkar reward this country with? 0% attendance this term and minus 5%. He has 15 crore rupees in his kitty. Sachin Tendulkar, ladies and gentlemen, has spent nil since his nomination, which means you don't even take your job seriously. Then why do you become a member of Parliament? Why do you take a salary? Why do you insult this country in the way that you're doing? And it's not a matter of attendance, but participation. Absolutely. Not a single attendance, not a single question asked, not a single debate participated in. If this is the way these people like Sachin and Rekha are going to behave, then why do we need their contribution? If you are elected voluntarily, you can also resign voluntarily. Let's open up the debate. Let's get in Saad Bin Jung, and after that we are taking more callers. Yes, Saad Bin Jung.
Arnab, you touched upon it, but let's elaborate on this issue. It has to be told to our viewers, it's all about the money. When you play test cricket, you get money. You're contracted with the sponsors. For heaven's sake, you're not going to miss that. So finally, bottom line, it is at the end of the day all about the money, and he's not getting the money
I'm sorry,
when he
you
goes
think
across
Sachin
Delhi.
Tendulkar does not know his financial obligations? No, you're saying Sachin Tendulkar, did anybody make him a member of parliament? Saad Bin Jung, 1 second. Saad Bin Jung, 1 second. No, what's Saad Bin Jung? Did someone put a gun to Sachin's head and make him a member of parliament? Did someone put a gun to Rekha's head and make you a member of parliament?
Yeah, listen, I didn't interfere when you were talking. Our democracy is not for sale. You've got to understand that. We don't need brand ambassadors, for heaven's sake, to sell our country. Our cricketers and our film stars are not going to go to Cannes Film Festival and the ICC. They're here for democratic work, and like Vinod and the others have said, they're supposed to be there for the people. And just because, I think personally, if you look at it blatantly, it's about the money.
No, what do you mean it's about the money, Saad?
Not to be there for the country.
Saad, the fact of the matter is, and let me cross swords with you on this, much as I like you as a person, I think you're completely in the wrong in this one, Saad. The fact of the matter is, a Rajya Sabha membership is not an award. It's not a film award. It is not a sporting award. 1 second. It's not a movie laurel. It is a great responsibility, and you accepted the responsibility, and now you will ask questions. You'll raise your eyebrows and say, you're making such a big deal that I never walked into parliament. Why are you making it a big deal? Why are you making it a big deal? I said, why did you take the responsibility in the first place? You have time to attend charity dinners, and you have time to, go around all over the world. You have no time to respect the greatest democratic institution of which you are a willing and voluntary member, Saad. Then you must resign. We have Mohandas Pai on the phone line. We are flooded with calls. We are going to take the first caller right now. Mohandas Pai is the first caller. Interesting, you're watching the Newshour tonight, even if you're not participating on it. Yes, please, Mohandas Pai.
Arnab, I think it's disgraceful that these people have not attended the Rajya Sabha. It doesn't matter who it is. The constitution scheme of things is you invite eminent people to come in from various parts of life to contribute to the debate, to give policy inputs, and to make sure that whatever is their viewpoint is heard. If they don't even come and treat with disdain and lack of respect, they should quit. Our Rajya Sabha should pass a resolution to throw them out. They're not discharging their obligations at all.
I think
so. It's totally disgraceful, Arnab.
No, it's either Mohandas Pai, and we have so many people. I think a member of parliament is calling tonight. I think it's Paresh Rawal. Good evening, Mr. Rawal. All right. I don't think I have Mr. Paresh Rawal with me. I think we go back to one of our panelists. Yes, Vinod Mehta, you wanted to make a point out here. I think we've touched. Okay,
yes,
Paresh. Yes, Vinod Mehta. Go ahead.
I want to suggest, Arnab, that the Speaker should be given powers to expel those nominated members whose attendance is less than 20-25% in one session. The Speaker should be given these powers and say, we don't need you, you are expelled for your dereliction of duty. I think the Speaker should be given those powers.
I think it's a good point. We have a member of parliament, Paresh Rawal, joining us, actor and MP. Mr. Rawal, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab bhai. How are you?
What do you think about this 0% attendance of Sachin Tendulkar in this session? He's an icon, he's busy, he has brand endorsements, but?
No, मैं किसी दूसरे के बारे में बोलना मुझे उचित नहीं.
Hello? Okay, I'll get Mr. Rawal back. Khushbu, now they have their social commitments, they keep up with it. They have their brand endorsements, they keep up with it. They have their film appearances, they keep up with it. Should they at least keep some time aside for parliament? Do you endorse what Vinod Mehta is saying? That if you can't attend parliament for at least 20% of the time, you shouldn't be there?
Yes, definitely. I think when you have taken up the responsibility of being there, serve the people in the parliament, raise an issue for the people, I think it becomes your prime duty that you are there in the parliament and speaking for the kind of a post you have been given. And Sachin Tendulkar and Rekha ji, I think they should make sure that they are there in the parliament and raising a voice, raising a question, giving suggestions as to what can be done for the betterment of the people. They have been chosen to represent the people and not just there as ornaments. ornamental piece is what we're discussing about. Okay, Parliament does not need an ornamental showpiece saying that, okay, we have a star like Rekha ji, or we have the superhero of like Sachin Tendulkar in the Parliament. It's not that. People are not awestruck in the Parliament. It's about place where we are going to discuss the problems of our country and the people of a country. And
no, you know the flip side to that argument, Khushbu.
I don't think you ought to be in that place.
The flip side to that argument, Khushbu, the flip side they give us is, why are you targeting Sachin? Even Lata Mangeshkar rarely attended Parliament.
But we are not.
No. See, but that was 2000.
We are targeting a practice of some celebrities, whether it is Lata Mangeshkar, Sachin or Rekha.
Why can't
the question is, they not only represent the people, they also represent a particular field, particular discipline. And in that case, Sachin Tendulkar can definitely say that he represents sports. There are hundreds of issues concerning sports. Glasgow is going on now, and those sports issues could be highlighted by people like Sachin, who are already experienced on the field. But just as Rekha could have highlighted,
Sachin doesn't like to talk about.
Okay, Rekha could have highlighted the issues of the Bollywood.
Dalip Tahil is saying.
Even if you don't represent the people, you could have represented Bollywood. You could have represented the sports.
Principally, you could, but I haven't heard Sachin talk about very controversial subjects even when he was a cricketer. He didn't pick up on.
Well,
there's CWG. You know the shame of the CWG which has happened in Glasgow. You don't think Sachin Tendulkar could have brought up that issue in the Rajya Sabha?
Issues of the sports could be highlighted. It is not necessary that you have to highlight the controversy and the scandals. You have to highlight the issues.
Dalip Tahil.
But this has to bring up the basic aspect of also you have to consider the way people are nominated and who is nominated. I mean, the point of the matter remains that you want this kind of glamour. You invite someone of excellence in their field.
Glamour? Please define glamour.
You can practically anticipate that this is going to happen.
No, so what is your argument?
So
that we should not be complaining today. We should be very happy that Sachin Tendulkar is an MP.
I never said that. My argument is that the nomination process itself should be viewed very carefully.
So there is predict whether he will attend or not.
You pretty much know what a person's commitments are, what they're doing and what they're not doing.
That's why
it's a suggestion.
Sir,
I completely agree with you. I think that there has to be given the utmost respect to this privilege of Rajya Sabha, and you should be there attending it and contributing. I agree with you. But I'm saying that when you come into a situation like this, you have to look at inherently where it's going wrong.
What it's going wrong is that it's been 2 years after they became Rajya Sabha MPs, and they have failed to give their membership a due attention and the importance it deserves. In other words, therefore, for Sachin Tendulkar, being an MP is like a matter of fact thing. It's not as important as being a celebrity. So then you can choose. Then don't give us lectures such as, Saad, the kind of lectures that Sachin Tendulkar gave us when he became a Rajya Sabha MP. He says, I believe in the last 22 years, cricket has given me things. I now want to give back, and I will help with my fellow parliamentarians, administrators, media, countrymen. Let's make a lot of changes. I want to contribute. That will be fantastic. I mean, you don't utter a word in Parliament. After that, you don't even attend Parliament. Then you should not have made that speech and raised expectations on the day that you became an MP, right?